you lit for this thing?
I have just my lamp.
Oh,
Just my lamp.
I got it.
Because if I turn on my overhead light, the shadows are disgusting.
I got it. And you're in like a library. You got like a cool background.
I do.
I look like I'm outside
we
of a
have
church, a Baptist church.
we have a lot of books. This side is my husband's and this side's mine.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So, well, I've been starting all of these by just I've introduced myself enough, but I am Mac in No Place. I'm an actor and a producer. And give us your credits in the movie. Yeah.
Are you editing this or are we already going?
We're going. We're
We're
in it.
going. Okay, I'm sorry. Hi, I am Afton Shepard and I play Evelyn in No Place.
Right. Evelyn. I got a tattoo.
Yeah,
during
I
the
think
movie.
that's where the name came from.
Yeah, I know. So, Evelyn. So tell us, you've done a bunch of movies, right, Afton?
Um,
You've done a couple, right?
yeah, I've done some.
Yeah. I know. Well, so tell people about you. I didn't know you before this. I knew of you. I knew of your reputation. I'd heard things on the internet. I don't know, but I'd heard from people about you, and that, and then how did we get a hold of you? Do you remember? Who called you? Was it me?
It was you. It was
Okay.
you. You had messaged me,
Okay.
and then I came in and had a reading with Peter and you.
Okay. Right. So I'm trying to think. It's been a little while. It's been a little over a year now, maybe a year and a half since that.
Yeah,
Right?
I think. Well, I do believe that I auditioned back at the end of 2018.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So.
Was it cold out? It was cold,
It
right?
was cold out. Yeah, it was cold out.
Okay, well,
So, but we're in Indiana, so
right.
it's cold still now, and we're in spring. So
That's true. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I know that I was trying to think of, I think we had interviewed. I think we had auditioned maybe one or two people, because I think you came in and made some real sort of decisions with the character and had thought like, well, here's what I think, and you had some opinions, and a lot of people without experience don't know that, like, that's a really welcome thing for filmmakers, I think.
well, I mean, you have to definitely place yourself in a role if you're going to be portraying a person.
Yeah.
So you got to take a moment. And my background is in theater, and so I guess a character development is just about where I have to start. It's
Right.
just number
Right.
one is
But I
developing
think,
the character and becoming one with the character.
yeah, a lot of people don't think that through before an audition, I think, a lot of times. So that really spoke to, and I knew you'd done a bunch of work before you'd come in anyways, in theater and commercials, and I've assumed probably film in some sort too. And I don't know, it was just kind of obvious by the time you came in. And I remember telling Peter, uh, I think she's probably going to make some real, she'll probably really dig in and make some really good decisions in the film too. Cause your character, other than mine, spends most of the time on camera. I think you and me and, Forba as less. I think we're on camera more than anybody. So it was important that you were able to, I think, do all that kind of stuff and bring it to the table so it wasn't stale. And it was fantastic. What do you remember? How long has it been now since you were filming with us? It's been a year.
Let's say, yes, I about a year this past few weeks. I
Yeah.
think it was last March.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I filmed for I was on set for 3 days, and one of the days yeah, I was on
You were more than
set.
that.
No, I was on set 3 days.
I thought we came back, and then you came back for when we did, we added some stuff to the movie later. You came back for the dream sequence and for the stand-up stuff. You were there.
I had some pickup stuff.
That's amazing, because you'll spend half the time on camera, but you were there for 4 days. That doesn't seem fair to me, because I think I was there for 30.
Well, I look forward to seeing it with everybody else. That's for sure.
That's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting, and I want to tell people that I keep forgetting myself that I've been through this process with Peter over the last, however many, a year at least, and so I have seen the movie once or twice in different, iterations. I'll see different parts of it far more than that because I had to go back in and do ADR, which is for other people is adding my voice to different things where a train passed and I had to redo my lines or something where a motorcycle or something drove by. You know how that goes. Um, but yeah, that's amazing. So I was thinking you were on it for much longer than that, but I suppose that sounds right. You would remember that. Huh. Okay. So so since then you went off and you left and you did, tell me what else you have done. You did theater after that. Weren't you going right into theater after that? A show?
No, I was during our filming. I was also filming two other projects,
Uh-huh.
and no, they haven't been released yet either. One is
Okay.
completely still under wraps, and
Uh-huh.
the other one has been postponed for the release due to COVID-19.
Oh gosh.
And then I do a lot of theater around Indianapolis,
Right.
and I had back-to-back shows. So I do this kind
Yeah.
of stuff full time. So I'm
I
really
know.
lucky.
This is your jam.
This is my jam.
What do you love most? Do you love theater or do you love film?
They're both two totally different rodeos.
Yeah.
So I love them for their very different aspects.
Right.
I got into acting because I love movies and I love film. It's history and it's magic too. There's nothing, my favorite thing to do is to go to the movie theater. So this has kind of been a hard thing for me because I
Yeah.
have a ritual of every Tuesday night I get to go to the movies after everybody's asleep and I
Oh,
go by myself and I
what do you
love it
do?
because no one else is there.
That's
So,
fun.
oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted. What were you saying?
No, that's super fun. So you go every Tuesday night by yourself anyways and just watch a movie by yourself.
I love it.
Okay.
It's always nice and they've
So
got great sleep.
Tuesday nights, people want to go watch a movie with Afton, they can now go watch a
Exactly.
movie with you at the Landmark.
Well, I like going by myself. That's why I go at
Oh,
night.
all
I
right.
like having the theater by myself. I can
Oh,
ugly cry. I can laugh out loud. I can put my feet up. I can show up in my baseball cap and not care. I've lost 3 hats. And I guess maybe now this is my awkward, like, those hats are mine. That's
at
like,
the theater? You left them at the theater?
yeah, because I'll take them off or something like that. And so I've lost
Okay. Fair
articles
enough.
of clothing and stuff. So
Do you
hats.
hats? Only hats.
Mhm.
Do you I leave pants everywhere, but that's a whole different thing. Do you that's you can drink at that theater, can't you?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that part of the thing or is it just
No,
popcorn?
it's
Soda?
not. No. If I drank at the theater, then I probably wouldn't be able to sleep when I got back home.
Oh, okay.
So,
Fair enough. I love those
yeah,
theaters.
you can. You can.
Yeah. Were any parts difficult or more difficult in this particular one? Do you remember anything besides the fact that I can't remember lines?
Um,
We're the shit,
you
and
know,
I improv a lot.
I do remember Evelyn was definitely a hard person to put your finger on, and I think that that's what makes her so elusive as a character and as a person. Because is she damaged? Is she just seriously a bored housewife? That's not a very good
Right.
motivation.
Right.
Is it depression? Is she manic? Is
Yeah.
she, there was so many things to like dive into and weave weave in and out of, whether I'm happy and excited in one moment and then I'm just that elusive girl in the corner who's just looking you down. So that was very difficult
Yeah.
trying to actually understand her myself.
Yeah.
So
She was.
and I
I mean, what part? Any parts of her that are like you in real life, or none at all?
mean I think every person can relate to another person no matter
Yeah.
what. And I definitely no, I don't have a lot of money and I'm not married to no sugar daddy, but boy do I I am married and
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
my husband, so that was a very big
yeah,
swap off there.
yeah,
But yeah, I would say that there's definitely relatable things
yeah,
between myself and Evelyn. I can definitely see where feeling like you have no way out sometimes. I
right,
think everybody has been through that moment in their life. And I think that especially any of these characters, they get so desperate and
yeah,
like feeling like this is the only thing I have left.
right.
And I'm going to take this chance no matter what. And so I find very relatable.
Yeah. She was, I mean, I definitely for my part back, I think totally, I mean, they're both sort of batshit crazy a little bit. And Max got all kinds of problems. And I kind of feel like, though, there have been parts of my life where I have been a little like that guy. I mean, he took it to the extreme, and I feel like probably lived his whole life that way, which I would not do. He was much a dirtier
Mm.
person than that I am. But I don't know. There were parts of it where I was like, nah, I could see this. I could see myself doing this. I don't know about the gambling, but there was one scene before I let you go. There was one scene I remember, and everybody will get to see it in the movie, of course, where I remember the whole film crew was kind of taken back by, without giving too much away. There was this one scene where you had to really sort of break down on this dramatic scene, and which I can't do at all. You remember that scene?
I
And
do.
yeah,
I do. Again,
tears
I know
and
it's not easy, you know? You
here,
put
yeah.
yourself in those things. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you really do that? I mean, and me watching it from the other side, like I get to see it. I'm standing there right with your character. And I think there were maybe two people in the same room with us, and everybody else is sort of outside. Um, and then, and then you really had this like fearful breakdown kind of moment or whatever. And I remember everybody in the crew is just like, oh my God, how's she do that? And you know, I can't do that. I can look fearful. I can't break down in tears. Are you the kind of person who's really are you mimicking, or can you get in there and really pull up some terrible thought in your head and then go with that emotion?
I am definitely the person who goes down in there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty scary. And
You can do
regardless of
that?
whether it's fake or not,
Yeah.
that's I I don't know if yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Wow.
That's how it happens. I definitely feel it. I have a one of my best traits as an actor and worst traits as a human being is deep empathy. And
Okay.
it's it's definitely feeling, but I don't know what you would call the difference between mimicry and acting, because a
Yeah.
lot of acting is mimicking real life and real
Sure.
situations and real
Right.
feeling.
Right.
And I think that from the minute we start having feelings and emotions as kids and as toddlers, we're mimicking that around us. And
Right.
so
That's true.
I do feel it. I do
Yeah.
feel it.
I
But
know.
yeah, it's sometimes it just happens because
Yeah.
one second we're giggling and laughing, and the next minute you got a gun in my face. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's true. That's interesting. I had never heard anybody say mimicking like you're mimicking real life, which is true. Obviously, that I feel like I do, where I'm an observer and I watch people and then I sort of mimic. Um, but when it comes to, I'm not an extremely emotional person in real life. I don't think. And so it definitely does take me. There's only one or two things I think of that would probably really, I'm trying to think of, my wife told me the other day, I think I've only seen you cry or maybe never seen you cry. And we've been married for like 5 years, so it's not like decades. And I don't think of myself as not necessarily a crier, but I can't remember the last time I cried either, which is probably a good thing. I mean, in some regards.
In some regards, right?
I mean, but yeah, that's
Well,
amazing that you could do it. I mean, I watched you do it. Fair enough. Okay, well, thanks for being on here. Thanks for doing this last minute. We're gonna put it out. I don't know when we're putting it out. But I was grateful for my time there, and It's always awesome to do something with somebody. We've never done any projects before, and we haven't done any since.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll have this forever, which I always think is pretty awesome. Like,
It's history. It's perfect.
I don't know where you go in life or where I go, but I'll be like, yeah, I know Afton pretty well. We did this thing together, and now here it will be around. That's the great thing about movies. It's around forever and ever.